Hello everyone, I'm C. Akhil, final year undergraduate student from IIT Tirupati under Electrical Engineering. In this video, I'm going to show how to use 3D Slicer for preparing model for 3D printing. 3D Slicer is a software which is primarily used to segment medical images or even prepare the model of a medical images given. You can also apply Python, your own Python code to the medical data which is given. You can upload your data using this button. You can even upload your DCM files, which are usually a form of medical images using this. So in this video, I'm going to use the sample data which is already given. You can download the sample data using the internet. As you can click on that button, it will be showing various kinds of images which are available. And if you click on that image, that specific image will be downloaded. In this video, I'm going to use CBCT dental surgery images. So let me click on that. So they have downloaded and come over here. So as you can see over here, there are three different views which are given over here. And this is a 3D model of that. So this view is axial, this is a sagittal view, and this is a coronal view. And this is a 3D model of that. So you can actually shift this model by pressing the shift button on your keyboard and by clicking on that image and then dragging that image. As you can see over here, it is shifting right now. And when you click on shift and just move the cursor without dragging the image, it will go through the different slices of the image, as you can see. So yeah, and you can even change the contrast of the image by by just clicking on the image and moving your cursor. As you can see over here, the contrast is changing right now. So let me put this one as the required contrast. So yeah, so let me move on. At first, what I'll be doing is I'll be using a module called as volume rendering module. It is present over here, and it is also one of the made modules, so it is also present over here. Let me click on that. So after clicking on volume rendering, first I need to select the volume which I want. The volume which I want is post dental surgery volume _1. It is given over here. So I'll be clicking and I'll be enabling the volume. So what is the use of using volume rendering is it will give you a volume of the structure of the image which you're seeing. So as you can see over here, let me drag it over in the center so it will be more clear. And I'll be centering it to the 3D box using this. It is centered right now. So let me select a preset for this 3D model. There are actually different kinds of presets available. The preset which I'll be using is known as CT bone. So it will give me the skull or the bone structure of the 3D volume which I have rendered. So let me zoom in. You can zoom in using the scroll button. So as you can see, there are actually quite a lot of disturbance or noise over here, which is in reddish color. So let me zoom out a bit. So as you can see over here, to remove that reddish color, I'll be shifting it so that intensity increases only in the bone which I require will be displaying. So as you can see over here, the reddish part is actually gone. So it is more clear. So what I'll do is in this video, I'll be showing how to build a model for left temporal bone and the mandible. Left temporal bone is cheekbone, which is across your cheek, and the mandible bone is the jawbone. This is a mandible bone and this is a cheekbone. So as you can see over here, I'll be getting those two models. So first, let me get the region of interest. I'll be first alienating the part which I actually want using the region of interest button. Initially, it is given over the whole volume. And let me select the region of interest such a way that it will only get the parts which I actually want. So I'll be reducing the region of interest, as you can see over here. As I'm reducing in all the images, it is also getting reduced in a 3D model, as you can see over there. So I'm decreasing the region of interest according to my own convenience, so that I'll be getting the structure which I actually want. So yeah, this is what I actually want. And in the other view, that is a sagittal view, I'll also be doing this. As you can see over here, when I'm actually changing the region of interest in this view, it is also changing the 3D model. And let me change it finally in the coronal view. So let me check the region of interest right now. Okay, it is all right. I'll rotate the image to see if I actually need to decrease something. So yeah. So this is done. As you can see over here, I'm getting the part which I actually want. So I've reduced the region of interest such a way that I'll be getting the part which I actually want. So after this, what I'll be doing is I'll be cropping the volume such that I'll be only getting the part which is in the region of interest. You can do that using the model which is known as crop volume, as you can see over here. As I've already created region of interest, let me just apply that. So the image will be cropped. So as you can see over here, the image is actually cropped. There is some changes which I actually need to make right now. Yeah. So I'll again crop it. So yeah, this is the final cropped image which I actually wanted. So as I've already cropped and I can actually see what I actually want, I'll be disabling both the region of interest and the volume rendering, so that I'll be having less information to deal with it right now. It is gone. Yeah. So I have three views in which I've got the structures or the parts which I actually want to build a 3D model of. So what we'll do next is we'll actually label the parts of model, as there are two different parts. One is the left temporal bone and one is the mandible bone. So I'll be using the model known as editor for that. So I've clicked on editor, select OK. There are actually different types of tools available in editor. You can actually segment using this, and this, like, there is a paint effect, and you can actually segment using this and this, and it will be displayed in all three views. Let me undo that. So what I'll be doing first is I'll be first using thresholding value. I'll be just selecting the bones or the more intensity part of the given of the remaining cropped image in both the ways. At first, I'll be selecting temporal bone, which is the left temporal bone. As you can see over here, is 146. And let me select threshold effect. So as you can already see, it is almost kind of perfect. As the thresholding effect, see, as I move over here, it is actually showing what will happen. So the one which is given is actually pretty good. Let me change it a bit and see. Let me change it a bit. Yeah, This is actually quite all right. So what I'll do next is I'll apply this. So it is done. It is all actually labeled right now, as you can see over here. And after this, I'll be selecting the mandible. So I've already selected the label for the whole bones. Now what I'll do is I'll be using an effect called change eyelines effect is given over here. Let me click on that. And I'll select the part which is actually mandible, which I actually want to label it as mandible. So if I just click on this, it will be changed at mandible, as you can see over here on 3 different views. So the labeling part is done for both the bones or both the parts of the structure which I actually want to build. And let me now build the part. At first, you have to click this make model effect. I've already selected the mandible part. And now I'll click on apply. As you can see, the mandible is built over here. And now again, I'll be selecting the cropped image. And I'll be selecting the left temporal bone. I'll be clicking on build model effect. The model name is also given. And let me click on apply. So as you can see over here, the entire temporal bone and the mandible is actually built over here. The 3D model is built. I've alienated from the whole skull. And this is how you can prepare data for 3D printing. And you can actually save this using the save button. When you click on save button, there will be different various steps which you have used to prepare this model will be shown. You can save all of them if you want to. You can save, or you can save only the one which you actually require. So let me select all of them and unselect all of them. The ones which you actually want are mandible.vtk and left temporal.vtk, which I've already given the names while building the model. And if I click on save, and the both models are saved, and that's how you prepare model for 3D printing using 3D Slicer. Thank you.